guys, Chelsea Sark-Jones here with the Little Black Playbook, and I am again joined by my fantasy guru, Dustin Kearns. Dustin, thanks for coming in. Oh, and Kobe says
and
hello.
Kobe.
I'm sorry, Kobe. I'm sorry. Kobe says hi.
Neglected Kobe.
Oh, he's not neglected. He's spoiled. So, Dustin, how'd you do in fantasy this week?
Oh, crushed it.
Did
just crushed it. It was just a fantasy football sleigh fest.
I feel like you're overselling yourself.
A little bit. Tell
the truth. Tell the truth.
No, I think I went 4-3. But the issue, here's the bigger issue, is so I'm basically 4-2 in all my leagues. One league I'm undefeated. But two of my leagues, the two leagues that I'm the commissioner of, the two leagues I care the absolute most about, a bunch of my childhood best friends.
Okay. I'm
1-5 in both of them. Last place, just awful.
You're 1-5.
1-5, and it's like all of my other leagues. I'm crushing. 4-2, 6-0. Just and then here we go.
What's going on? What's wrong?
Just bad breaks.
Bad breaks.
Like I like my teams, but they just haven't got. This week I put up a ton of points and I played Tom Brady and Odell Beckham. I mean, it's stuff like that.
You know what?
Sucks.
I hate to break it to you, but that's no excuse. I played Odell this week also, and I still came away with the W. So, you know, I feel ya. I understand your pain, but
what's your record?
I'm 4-2.
I love it. I'll add that to my 4-2 list. That's another team I'm 4-2 in.
That's not your team. You're like advisor.
Yeah.
You're not.
Well, if you were 2-4, I wouldn't take credit, but 4-2, I'm gonna take credit.
Oh God.
But yeah.
No, so I had Kenny Britt though on my team, but I benched him. He was on the bench, but he had a freaking great game.
Kenny Britt.
Yeah. He showed out there in Detroit against your Lions.
Yeah, our pass defense is terrible. That being said, I've had my eye on Kenny Britt since the preseason. I drafted him a couple leagues, and you drafted him.
I did draft him, but I also dropped him, but then picked him up.
No, I picked him up in a couple leagues that I didn't have him in before he played my Lions this week also. And he was due. I mean, I saw this coming. The guy had been getting consistent targets. He'd been having consistent production every week, 60, 80 yards. He's their guy. There's no one else. They're stacking the box because of Gurley, and he's getting single coverage. He's legit. Kenny Britt is legit.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, I would go after him. I would start him. I really like him. He's a former first-round pick. A lot of upside. He's not going to have games like he had this week, but he is a solid 10-point-a-week kind of guy.
Okay.
The next guy, my next Kenny Britt though. So you always got to think ahead. You always got to think ahead.
Thinking ahead here.
I took Jordan Howard a week before he popped. I took Kenny Britt a week before he popped.
So
my next guy is Chris Ivory for the Jaguars, a running back.
Okay.
I drafted him in a couple leagues with like a last pick. I traded D'Angelo Williams to a Le'Veon Bell owner for him. I like Chris Ivory. I think he had that weird illness at the beginning of the year that kind of derailed him.
Yeah.
And it took him a minute to get going, but they just came out of the bye week, and he had 13 touches compared to 7 touches for T.J. Yeldon, and he scored a touchdown.
Oh.
So I think this is going to continue. I think you want to get him now before he really does have that blowout game like Kenny Britt just did. Get him now while he's not too hot. But I think Chris Ivory down the stretch, I think he's going to be solid.
Okay. Now let's move on to the waiver wire. It's not as juicy. It's not as appealing now that we're in week 7. Juicy and appealing.
What are those hands doing?
They're just,
Jesus.
They're reaching for something juicy
down.
that's not there.
Put those hands away. Oh no.
Anyways.
Waiver wire.
Waiver wire.
Waiver wire.
Waiver wire. I want you to tell me your waiver wire picks. Okay. I want you to tell me your waiver wire picks in less than 60 seconds. 60 seconds or less.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Big challenge.
Speed round.
Okay.
Let's
go. Obviously, I've been dragging out waiver wire talk.
Yeah, you talk a little. Yeah.
You've limited me to 60 seconds here. That's
okay.
What's
and we're gonna start right now.
Oh boy, here we go. All right. Quarterback Colin Kaepernick. I like him. He played against the Bills defense, who is legit, and he still put up solid numbers. The rushing yards will keep him valuable. Moving on. Running back. I like Jay Ajayi, I guess. I don't love him. I still think Arian Foster is just hurt and he's going to cut into his production, but I think he's solid. Devontae Booker, CJ Anderson, he's cutting into CJ Anderson's workload. They have a great upcoming schedule. I like Devontae Booker. Jacquizz Rodgers, Sims is out. He's going to be solid. Chris Ivory, go get Chris Ivory. Rob Kelly for the Redskins. I like him a lot. He's cutting into Matt Jones. Kenny Britt, go get him if he's out there. Cameron Meredith, get him even before Britt. If he's out there, he shouldn't be out there. Ty Montgomery is a sneaky pick. He's playing for the Packers. They've moved him to running back because Eddie Lacy's not going to play on Thursday. Neither is Devontae Adams. He's a sneaky pick. Kendall Wright, solid production for the Titans. Corey Coleman, he had a broken hand. He balled in week 2. He's coming back soon. Stash him. And then tight end Hunter Henry. Those are my picks.
Very good.
Yep.
But let's stop with the last one that you said. Hunter Henry. I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh
because
boy.
You and
all
I,
that knowledge I just dropped, and we're just writing down Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry. Because you and I keep going back and forth on Hunter Henry and Kobe Fleener. And I have, okay, anyways, shush. I have both of them on my roster. Both Hunter Henry and Fleener. And I asked you this week, who should I start in week 6? You said Fleener. So that's what I did. I started Fleener over Hunter Henry.
And what'd you do?
And I threw a fit because
on Thursday
night, Hunter Henry had a great game. And I sent him this angry text message explaining to him that I should have gone for his back.
Really mean.
Anyways, explained to him that I should have just started Hunter Henry against his advice. And, you know, he told me just wait till Thursday or Sunday, blah, blah, blah.
How'd I say it?
Wait till Sunday, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, okay.
And so I did.
Just like that.
And Kobe Fleener had a better game than Hunter Henry. I'll give him that.
And what'd I do?
Yeah, you boasted a little bit. But
Doubt the guru. Lesson learned.
Anywho.
Kobe Fleener. Yes.
Over Hunter Henry.
Yes.
Going forward.
Yes.
But Hunter Henry has had better games this whole season.
No, he hasn't.
He's had
Antonio
better fantasy
Gates was
games.
hurt. Antonio Gates. All right, here's the deal. Hunter Henry's legit. Also, Hunter Henry's very good. I like him a lot. He's a top 10 tight end going forward, even with Antonio Gates. That being said, he got a lot more action because Gates was hurt, and Gates is going to continue to cut into that workload going forward because he is Antonio Gates. Kobe Fleener's only show in town, and Drew Brees chucks it, and he is the featured tight end, no competition. It's the Fleener show. So, yes, Fleener's a top 5 tight end the rest of the season.
Well, this is something you and I are going to agree to disagree on for the rest of the season.
Boy.
But let's move gears to Pittsburgh and Antonio Brown. Ben Roethlisberger was injured. He had surgery Monday, torn meniscus.
Done for the year.
He's not done for the year, but he is expected to come back after the Steelers bye in week 8. So, Ben Roethlisberger gone. Antonio Brown does not put up good fantasy points when Roethlisberger is out. He averages under 6 points a game. What do we do here? I think you at least entertain the thought of benching AB until Ben comes back.
What?
Until he comes back after their bye. So essentially you're just benching him for one game against the Patriots.
Kobe, we've heard it all. Kobe, we've heard it all today. No. The answer is no. You do not ever bench Antonio Brown.
You don't have to laugh at me.
I could throw the ball to Antonio Brown. No. You don't have to laugh at me. Yeah, so Antonio Brown, you start him. You obviously spent a top 3 pick on him or a ton of money if you did the auction budget. He's a beast. You play him no matter what. I don't care who you have in there. Yes, there might be some regression, but Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown, they are like the 2 best in the league, and you play them. Sammy Coates, that's a guy who I would not play without Big Ben in there. And anyone else besides those 2, I don't play. But speaking of Big Ben, I actually like Big Ben. I actually would trade for Big Ben.
You would trade for Benny
Yes.
because his trade stock is kind of low right now.
Well, yeah, he's hurt.
The injury
if you're
and
4-2, like I am in a lot of leagues, if you're 4-2, yeah, I wouldn't trade for him in those leagues. But if I have a winning record, I'm going to go after Big Ben. I think he's a beast, and you could get him for a little bit of a reduced value right now while he's hurt. Also, Matt Ryan, he is legit. I don't know that you get him at a good value, but
he's been playing against a lot of good defenses.
I mean, he put up numbers against the Seahawks, and that's impressive.
Yeah.
Another guy I like a lot is Andrew Luck. I mean, he's putting up numbers, but I think he's only going to get better with Moncrief coming back. He's been doing all these numbers, basically just throwing to T.Y. Hilton. So I really like those 3 quarterbacks as trade targets, and I like Moncrief as well. Aaron Rodgers is who I would be shipping. I do not like that guy. I'm done with it. He's my quarterback in my league. I'm 1-5. That's part of the reason Aaron Rodgers.
I suggested trading Aaron Rodgers last week. So I think he's a great target to trade. They have a very poor schedule, or a very tough schedule going forward for quarterbacks.
Done with the Packers.
So you could deal some Packers.
See you later. Todd Montgomery though, I like him. This week, start him. He's legit.
Okay.
For this week.
Okay, for this week.
Yeah.
But someone else that's been kind of on a decline, especially with Brady coming back, we thought we would see more production from Julian Edelman. He hasn't been performing as highly as. Why do you seem happy about that?
He's my cousin.
Oh God.
Julian.
Like his distant cousin that doesn't know he exists, and it's not even factual. It's like.
No, he is. He is.
Oh Jesus.
We're Edelman's on the mother's side, so yeah.
Okay.
It's my cuz.
His cuz. So with your cuz.
Yeah, gotta feed him the ball, Brady.
Yeah.
Give my cuz the ball.
He's not kidding.
Give him the ball. No, yeah, there's too many mouths to feed in New England. I still like Julian. He's Julian Edelman. You gotta give him the ball a little more. You play him, but he's gonna be hit or miss a little bit. There's just too many mouths to feed. You're gonna have your Gronk week. You're gonna have your Bennett week like you had last week. Edelman will probably go off next week, but it's like it's tough. That whole offense is tough.
Yeah.
I want Brady. That's who I want. I want Brady and Gronk. Outside of that, I don't really mess with the Patriots. But yeah, he'll be fine. He is what he is. I mean, he's solid. He'll have big weeks. He'll have not so big weeks.
Okay.
He's my cousin. So
fair enough. And hopefully we get that invite to the family reunion. That would be nice. That would be fun.
Did you hear that, Kobe?
That would be fun.
Did you hear that?
Let's
Did you
get an
hear
invite.
this crazy woman here? All right.
All right. Well, thanks guys for joining us again. Make sure you check into my Twitter for updates throughout the week on fantasy football and other stuff, as well as staying tuned to my website, thelittleblockplaybook.com. And yeah, that's it for us this week. I hope you enjoyed.